Amid the biggest scandal in Canadian history, involving Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Canada has entered into 2 agreements to secure millions of doses of potential COVID-19 vaccines. Public Services and Procurement Minister Anita Anand says Ottawa has signed deals with the pharmaceutical giant Pfizer and biotechnology firm Moderna. Pfizer will supply its BNT162 mRNA-based vaccine candidate, while Moderna will provide its mRNA-1273 vaccine candidate. Although Pfizer claims no serious adverse effects were reported, CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell interviewed Bill Gates regarding the vaccines, and he had something completely different to say regarding these vaccines.
We do need to remember it's mostly the transmission into the older people that drives these, really horrific deaths per day.
Where are we in terms of a rapid diagnostic test? You've talked about this a lot. It would be a test that is like an in-home pregnancy test. Where are those tests?
In the next 2 to 4 months, some of those tests will get approved. Now, they won't be as accurate as the PCR, which is a molecular test. And so over the next few months, we have to up PCR capacity. We have to get results back in 24 hours. We need both. And the lag times that we have today are completely unacceptable. It's making most of our tests pretty much worthless.
Anita Anand goes on to say, "These vaccine candidates are very promising, and we all look forward to the day when restrictions can be lifted entirely." Although she further states, there is more work to do. Any potential vaccine candidate will take time to develop, properly test, mass manufacture and distribute. Dr. Fauci made himself crystal clear. Before the Housing, Energy and Commerce Committee, he confirmed that the average ETA to have a thoroughly tested vaccine is 7 years. Unsurprisingly, Anand wouldn't specify exactly how many doses Canada would purchase under the deals or how much money it would spend because the government is in negotiations with international and domestic firms about purchasing additional doses from other vaccine candidates. As mentioned in a previous video, Bill Gates is the registered patent holder for the coronavirus vaccine, under the Pirbright Institute, and guess who owns the institute? All potential vaccines will require Health Canada regulatory approval. This is nothing but smoke and mirrors, since Health Canada will approve whatever the WHO, CDC, NIH, and their front man, Bill Gates and his leadership council, Dr. Fauci, tells them to ratify.
How do we know if these vaccines are working?
We don't know if these vaccines will work. We don't know if they'll work to avoid deaths. We don't know if they'll work to avoid transmission. That's why we're working on so many first-generation vaccines.
Bill Gates openly stated during the interview that the viral infections are primarily driven through the older people. Therefore, why is he pressing to have the whole world vaccinated? He further went on to say that about 7 billion vaccines are going to be required, and that one dose may not be adequate. Consequently, the frightening reality is distinguishable and evident, as he intends on using the entire global population as guinea pigs for his new vaccine. Bill Gates needs to comprehend that the entire global population is not going to allow him to use all of humanity as a test site for his new business venture. Thank you for watching. If you are a critical thinker and wish to learn more, you can download a copy of Ominous Expectation 3rd edition. Ominous Expectations is an explosive and informative publication, revealing the underlying Great Plan, Agenda 21, known as the New World Order. This agenda has been in motion since 1954. However, comprehensive research reveals that the United Nations Agenda 21 dates back to the 19th century BC, King Nimrod's reign. The evidence contained herein further gives the reader a snapshot of what to expect in the near future, as we head towards the ratified agenda that is going to change the world as we know it. The contents in this publication are not a conspiracy theory, but rather, the aligning of political, historical, science and biblical facts coming together, concerning the egregious enslavement that has taken place for centuries. The publication further exposes the fraudulent system that has looted society of its wealth, in exchange for a valueless, fiat, currency, that is essentially nothing more than debt. This 263-page ebook includes over 1,500 pages of free downloadable documents, and hours of supporting video links on our private server available for viewing or download. You can obtain a copy of Ominous Expectations for the low cost of $9.95 by visiting kyprios.ca, or by emailing us at pkaa@kyprios.com. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and be sure to share.